Underwood, and they're coming back for a second. Wickets on the Pakistan side for Sarfraz, Asif Iqbal, Intikhab and Majid Khan. Intikhab pretty expensive. He was savaged particularly by Chris Old. Eventually gave up leg spin and googly and bowled seam up at medium pace and eventually handed over to Majid. Just got his fingertips to that, Keith Fletcher, and it's run for 4. So it didn't really quite carry to slip. Certainly off the edge, and on the replay just eluding Keith Fletcher there, glancing away to his right and in front of him. It's a good shot by Majid. The Southfield certainly gathering in pace. Chris Hole on the chase and won't catch it. Pakistan getting the confident start and the swift start that they would have hoped for. 23-24 now for no wicket in the 4th over. 14 of them to Majid. Over, as I am sure will be my colleague Jim Laker.
As you say, Peter, good start here for Pakistan. Let's look fairly optimistically now upon their task. They've got a lot of batting still to come and a lot of good stroke players. And the two pace bowlers here, Bob Willis from the pavilion end and Peter Lever from the far end, both starting off with only one slip. England going on the defensive right from the word go. And we've already seen a couple of edge shots fly through the slips. Useful ball there from Willis, cutting it back an inside edge by Sadiq onto the pad. Another good shot by Sadiq, put away through the covers. No question the outfield all the time here, been quickening up. Good piece of work there by Dunness, saving the boundary, but they get 3 runs. That's a beautiful shot by Majid. Wasn't really all that short, but he was onto it like grease lightning, put it away square on the offside. And now no slips at all. So in the 5th over, England's swiftest bowler bowling without a slip and 2 extra covers. Well, perfectly safe, lofted over the top of cover point's head for 4 runs. And Pakistan
runs after 8. Edged away.
So even the bit of footwork by Derek Underwood couldn't prevent the boundary. So the 50 coming up in 34 minutes in the 10th over. And another glorious on drive there, being put away by Margit for 4. Really is going wonderfully well.
To concentrate on line and length. Probably they can either bowl leg stump or off stump and set their field accordingly. At the present moment, what we've seen from England's quicker bowlers, that they haven't struck line or length. They've bowled a little bit erratic. And on this wicket here, which is so slow now, it is just a complete waste of time bowling short outside the off stump, because players like Majid and Sadiq will just sit on the back foot and steer it away down in complete safety to third man, because there's no slip if they get a thick edge anyway, so it's a completely safe shot. What they've got to do is to say, I'm going to bowl one side of the wicket or the other, and this is the only way they're going to contain them, like Derek Underwood is doing. Derek Underwood will bowl somewhere around leg and middle, just turning it on to the batsman a little bit, and that will restrict them. And up to now he's bowled a beautiful line and length, and they've only got one run off him in 2 overs. And here, after 13 overs, we've seen the full battery of England's attack, when with Tony Gregg coming up for the 14th over.
John Edwards, the fieldsman. I don't know whether the couple of deliveries that Underwood spun has given Mike Ness the lead to bring on his second spinner. Certainly the pace bowlers, as Fred Truman mentioned, have not been able to contain this opening pair. 71 on the board now, with that single taking Sadi to 27. Majid taking strike. Gregg is on 39. There certainly is a little spin there. Tony Gregg turned that one. Neither he nor Underwood what you'd call slow through the air, so there must be a bit there for the spinners if they're turning at any appreciable amount. It's safe. Didn't quite get onto it as he would have wished, but oh, well now that really is an error of judgment in this quarter, because Chris Old was running back with his hands outstretched. I should think he was just having a little bit of a go at Tony Greig, because that soared many a mile over the white line.
And Margie
Coming up for the 16th now. Tony Greig is to bowl it. That's Margie's 50. A lovely innings from the Pakistan opener. He's always been a very good player, but he hasn't done a thing wrong since going in to open up for Pakistan in what they might have termed an emergency, when they were searching for someone to partner Sadiq, someone of experience. And he really has played some lovely innings since he went in the second test match. 50 came up in 57 minutes, 1-6 and 6 fours.
and though he's the trailing partner of the two, he's playing beautifully whenever he's receiving the bowling. England have got to do something very quickly now. They've got to split this partnership up. And I think the man possibly to do it will be the man we're seeing bowling now, Derek Underwood.
Beautiful stroke again. Underwood just straying a fraction offline. Oh, lovely shot. No, it really is a great stroke. He picked the length of that so quickly. It wasn't all that short. Just pushed in a little bit short of a length by Derek Underwood. And Marja was so quick to get back, he wasn't even properly balanced when he hit it. 1 foot off the ground.
Trying to push the ball through that bit quicker, and it resulted in 9 runs coming from the over, and Pakistan pressing on their way to a 100 partnership, which really is testing England's bowlers to the full.
a comparable stage in England's innings. That's after 17 overs. They had made 55, Pakistan 98 for no wicket at the moment. Often the best indication of a batsman's speed of scoring is not from the number of minutes he's taken, but the number of balls he's faced. Majid's 50 not only came up in quick time, but he only faced 50 deliveries. That's a remarkably quick rate of scoring. And that also is a beautiful stroke. But every time anything's up to the bat, they're hitting it away down the ground, and any time it's short, they're very quickly in a position to take advantage of it. 165 minutes. Last 50 in 31, and just over 17 overs gone. Today we're seeing what must be one of the finest innings of the season.
This reminds me of the time when Australia were getting a lot of runs against England, and the captain said to his senior professional and vice captain, "What do you think?" And he said, "Well, if I were you, I'd send a telegram for some more bowlers." And that's what's happening out here. Absolutely beautiful, controlled batting. An absolute delight to see, especially at the end of a cricket season. Majid is playing absolutely superb. And as I said before, Sadiq, who is playing so well at the other end, looks snail pace at the side of him.
Four more to Sadiq. It's out, played on, hit it onto his foot, and then onto the stumps. Sadiq, the first wicket to fall, with the total at 113. Rather an ambitious hook stroke to a ball that may not have been quite short enough to hook. He managed to get the bat to it, but then it ran on to the pad and onto the stumps. So Sadiq and Majid put on 113 in only 69 minutes of sheer delight. Peter Lever takes the first wicket at a personal cost of 19 runs. Still no slip for Zahir. Still a run-saving field. 4 saving 1 on the offside. And 3 on the leg side. One of them just behind square. Zahir's favourite run-getting mediums. That little push away on the offside just behind point brought him a lot of runs in the double hundred he made at the Oval. What a great shot. I think that probably is the shot of the day. Peter Lever dropping one just short of a good length, not all that short once again, and Majid with that flowing shot away through mid-wicket. Really pounding it away there in the air, but between the two fieldsmen. Oh, glorious shot. This is something that every spectator here today will remember for a long, long time. Some really beautiful stroke play out there, that boundary from Majid taking him on to 74. That ball landing some 15 yards in from the boundary, but again beautifully positioned. And that lovely
870. And score at this stage was only 84. Quite remarkably, Pakistan 70 ahead. So hard work here for Peter Lever. Recall to the international scene. And Majid on 94. Majid, of course, out at 98 in that last test match. Not a man who worries particularly about getting out in the 90s. Not a man who cares too much about averages. And that's cracked through the offside for 4 more. So that takes him on to 98. Same score that he made at the Oval in the last Test match. And through for the single to take him on to 99. Well, it's a fine shot. Really a beautiful shot from Zahir for 4. Good, firm, solid, beautifully timed on drive. And 72 on 99. Seen little of the strike on 99, been there for 10 minutes now. So the field coming a little closer, adding some sort of pressure to him. Foreman on the offside. A ring of fielders going to try and prevent this one. David Lloyd successfully doing this at mid-wicket. Chris Holbein that a little bit slower, keeping it up. Fine shot, unlucky to find the fielder. Dennis again saving a certain 4 runs. That's the full pitch. It's clipped over mid-wicket for 4 runs, and Majid so deservedly going to a really great 100 here. And one has got to think back a long time to think of a better 100 like that in any form of cricket. Come in almost even time, 109 minutes, included 1 6 and 16 fours, incredibly enough, has been made off only 88 balls. Innings that those people here, those fortunate people here, must really remember for a long time. And repeating the dose again off Chris Old. Such a chasing round will prevent the 4, but they can jog along and take 3 very comfortable runs.
Icings.
Thank you, Jim. Many Australians watching today probably think it's not so much fatal for them, but for the bowlers. That 187 figure has a long history with Australians. It must be out. Quite safe, and there's always something happens on 87 or 187. Australians tend to think that it's one of the great incident makers of all time. So Majid is out at that score for 109. Of the Q end of the bat, caught by Chris Holt of Derek Underwood. One of the great innings of this season, and one of the greatest innings one could possibly wish to see. Tremendous entertainment for everyone here at this Trent Bridge ground today.
Oh my words, dancing down the wicket. Really wants to get it over with.
Good again. 6. Out. Good catch. That was well caught by Bob Willis. It didn't come back very fast, but it was most unexpected, and it beats here for pace. Going for the hook shot of Bob Willis. It was a good piece of bowling, and Pakistan now 199 for 3. Wasim Raja, who has made such a good impression in the test matches, is there, and so too Intikhab. Then Imran Khan, who is a fine batsman, and Sarfraz Wasim and Asif Masood. Now it's to be Peter Lever. little bit of byplay there between the fieldsman and Asif Iqbal. There's Bob that. He tucked his bat under his arm, ready to walk off. Would have thought of anyone appealing to the umpire, but just a little bit of humorous byplay between fielder and batsman. No ball call, and the 200 comes up with those two-leg byes. Up to a test match, of course, but fairly expensive figures. 204 for 3, blue sky in the background, and Bob Willis to bowl now to Asif. Pakistan need just 3 and over in the final hour of this match. The bowlers have been getting through around about 15 overs an hour. Well, a not nasty blow there on the side of the face. Ball bouncing twice before it reached the wicket-keeper. He's already given his cap to Mike Dinesh, who's fielding at mid-wicket. Dinesh having the sun in his eyes. Good shot, Mushtaq. Willis has been a little bit too short this over. And Mushtaq had plenty of time to play that run. Willis has been most effective, in fact, against both Mushtaq and Asif when he's kept the ball just short of a good length, just short of a good driving length, and made the batsmen play at it rather than give them time get in position for the hook stroke. That's 4 more, slightly involuntary, but they all count, rattling into the side screen. not sure what he was asking for there, perhaps a miracle. Pakistan, who put up a superb performance here today at Trent Bridge. Peter Lever now, and he's bowling to Asif. Mike Smith is the man at long leg, and Mushtaq very quick to come back for two. Good running. Four more. I don't think... yes, he will. Now, that's... John Edrich is a better fieldsman than I am a caller. Moving very briskly there, belying his 37 years. Snatching that away from the boundary edge. Mushtaq adds 2 to his total, goes on to 16. This is Peter Lever's final over. Each bowler allowed 10. Just 106. Second top score was Chris Holt, a dashing 39. Underwood now bowls to Mushtaq. Just 19 runs needed, 9 overs to go. Lovely shot. Very nice blow by Asif Iqbal. A ball call by umpire Bad and 2 more runs. Lovely shot there from Asif Iqbal, picking up the length very quickly and taking Pakistan to within 8 runs of victory here. Underwood's 8th over, and a total of runs against his name at the moment of 32. 1 for 32 he has. $237 for 3 now. Mushtaqi's on 20, Asif Iqbal on 19. It's of academic interest now that there are 8 overs to go. The light is lowering a little, and Tony Greig has come on to bowl what could conceivably be the last over. Depends how well he bowls it. Just 1 run to start with. easy 3 runs there to Mushtaq. Just 3 runs needed for victory for Pakistan now. And that's it. Someone's going to souvenir that ball in the distance. No, I don't think the players are going to worry too much about it, because they're all trying to escape the throng. Umpires, players, and the unfortunate one is Peter Lever, who's making good ground into the pavilion. Vast experience sidles him through the throng, and Pakistan have won this match with 7 wickets to spare. It's a tidy margin, but it has been a really good match. Some wonderful batting today, very good.
At a tough time.
Imran 1 for 43, Sarfraz 1 for